With the marathon in mind, we're going to keep it going with Monolith, Relics of the Past by Squega. Take it away. By Squega. Take it away.
Hey, how's it going, Calithon? My name is Squega, and I'm here to run for you today Monolith Relics of the Past. I ran Monolith, the base vanilla game, at Calithon 2019 last year. Since then, last Christmas, the Relics of the Past DLC was released, and it added a tremendous amount of content, including, it's about the equivalent of the supply drop update for Gungeon, just a massive amount of content, and I wanted to show you guys that today as well. I have one of my good friends, Ronkley, as one of my commentators.
Hey, how's it going?
And he's going to also pick up for me when I'm dodging stuff, because there will be times where I'll be talking and I'll just freeze up because there's a lot to do here. So
we'll try to point out a lot of the new stuff as well.
Yeah, we're going to be focusing a lot on that. So I'm going to be running categories. Going to be hard mode, unseeded, any percent to the 6th floor, which is to the true final boss, story mode final boss. So we're going to run D13, one of my favorite ships, hard mode, and we're going to make sure we have a care package. It's going to give us a quick boost of plus, plus 50% damage, plus 20% max ammo, plus 2 extra max health. Give us that quick little boost. In the beginning of the run, we're going to be kind of doing, for marathon safe strats, kind of farming a bit, doing some full clears, buffing up as much as possible, and then as the run keeps going, once I have a decent amount of a build, I'm going to go a little faster. So I'm ready to go anytime you guys are. So just let me know when I'm good.
Yeah, you're good anytime.
Perfect. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we're going to grab our care package really quick. And there we go. There's that quick boost. And our main objective for every floor in general is going to be to find 3 key rooms. We're going to find our weapon canister, we're going to find our power-up station, and we're going to find a shop. And then we're going to look for mini bosses for the floor. We already have that's already a really good pickup. Roughly, could you explain cartridges really quick?
Yeah, so cartridges were added in the DLC. Basically, what they do is they're like a passive upgrade, and you can get as many of them as you can handle. And in that case, that one was don't take double damage. There's like these red bullets in the game that will cause 2 hearts of damage. Well, if he gets that, it will only be 1. And that is very useful, especially in the later floors when a lot of enemies will be doing double damage.
Yes, especially the later floors, they throw a lot at you. And it's going to be very important for a few bosses as well. So we just found the weapon canister, picked up what is a fireball shotgun style. And it's one
weapon.
And it has split as well. So it does, whenever I hit something, it splits off into a bunch of little bullets. With that in mind, I always like to go for the weapon canister first, and we go for our power station here. We get a pick of 1 of 3 passive power-ups. We're looking for hull plating, which is exactly what I want to see in the beginning. Hull plating gives me plus 30% extra health, max health, and my base health, my current health also scales up with it. That is a change from the pre-DLC, whereas you only, before you only got max health, and then then you were stuck with whatever health you had before.
Very helpful upgrade to that ability.
Oh yes, very, very helpful. On the map on the top right, you can see that we have these empty-looking rooms, and those are shortcuts. And we already get a blessing. This is already really good. So blessings are great. They're adding the DLC as well. You can have 1 at a time. And this one gave me room rewards are double. So that means that if I get a reward for clearing a room, I can pick from 1 of 2. And I can only pick 1, of course. But it's really, really beneficial, especially in the beginning here. So I'm going to check the shop out. We're going to buy out... Oh, I can't afford that yet, but it's fine. We're going to fight our first mini-boss. I forget the names of these things. They just die so fast. So in order to fight the boss for the floor, you have to clear out every mini-boss. This floor has 1. Let's go fight our first boss. And it's Grinder, a DLC mini-boss.
It's a new one.
Yeah, and it's also the hardest one. So, touching up a little bit on... Oops, I took a hit. Oh, 2 hits in a row. I'm smart. So this is actually a bullet hell roguelike. And much like the Binding of Isaac, or, End of the Gungeon. But it's very, very strong on the shmup aspect. The hitbox on the ship is a single dot in the center. Oops, there we go. Also, my pain is your gain, because for every hit that I take on this run, I am going to be donating $10 to Calithon, rounded up to the nearest 100. So if I take a bunch of hits, you're getting a lot of money, direct relief of my banking account for everybody's benefit. I made that lame joke last year, but you know what? I got to do it again. So,
Good jokes die hard.
Yes. Oh, yes. There's also a twin stick shooter. I'm currently aiming with the mouse. It has dash with the right click, obviously fire with left click. And check out this room really quick. Oh, so we have a trader. We don't care about that trader. He always just wants max ammo in exchange for something minor. We don't want to waste ammo. If you could explain that really quick, Ron.
Yeah, so basically one of the things that the DLC doubled down on was wanting to you want to conserve your ammo because it is very easy for you to run out of ammo, and whenever you run out of ammo, your weapon just goes away. You don't have it anymore. You can't get it back. So ammo management is huge in this game, much more so than the original.
Ooh, we got damage, which is really nice. So you in the community call it damage. Coined by Paper Lore by saying disrupting fireball. So this is actually a power up. I cannot take any of that. This, you know what?
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna show this off for you guys. So this weapon was introduced. Well, antique weapons, which is what I just picked up, were introduced in the DLC as well, and they're special unique weapons. And I took a hit there. You know, another $10 for the roster. This one's really unique in that it does everything. And it does a tremendous amount of damage. Kinds of power-ups here. We're going to swap off. So the second I see something better, which I'm going to go for the homing railgun charges faster, which is really nice to have.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
So we're going to do a full clear here. The main thing is we're going to look for room rewards, really good room rewards, just to make sure that we maximize this build. There is that double rewards on the blessing working out there. Gotta get rid of these.
Yeah, would you like half a heart or a whole heart?
Money or health? You know what? We have to kill the mini-boss. Let's go for the health really quick. So killing mini-boss gives you a choice of either healing up 1 heart of health or refilling 20% of your ammo. And in these kinds of runs, I opt to go for the refills. Because I'm trying to balance my ammo. This is already a really good run, and I want to maintain as much as I can. So
it's a good question in chat. What is an exalted run? Basically, an exalted run would be on the final screen. You get a grade for several categories. If you get all S's, you're exalted. That includes less than 10 hits, exploring every room, doing it within a certain amount of time, and I forget what the fourth category is.
Yeah, secrets, room exploration,
secrets, yeah,
and
secrets,
time,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Also, I'm pretty close to not getting that exalted, so I'm not really worrying about that too much right now. I've given up. Because the practice
super
run,
hard challenge.
Yeah, because like if I clear everything out, it would take me forever to.
Now you're thinking with portals.
There you go. Hold on a second. This is a mini map, or sorry, a hacking game that was introduced with the DLC as well. So I'm gonna take that.
Pick is the worst, by the way.
Oh yeah, and here it is. Pick low is 49.48. These are always fun. And then a little bit of max health. I'm pretty happy with that already. See, I have not checked that out yet. So I want homing on this gun, which we're not going to get. But I don't mind that at all. So I'm going to go fight our boss. I'm going to come back for that fountain that... actually, no, not homing. I want something different on that. But we found a fountain in that one room with that trader. And that fountain blesses your gun, which gives it 20% extra damage, and it refills your ammo entirely. So I definitely save those toward the end.
Also, we're getting all the DLC bosses here.
Yeah, they decided to come out here.
What's up, Chuck?
Say hello to Charlie. I'm just gonna take a hit here because, you know, $10. $10 is $10, right? Now, when you beat a boss, you get a choice between 5% health increase or 2 health, and we're always gonna go for that damage. I'm gonna grab the health here. We're back to full and down to the 3rd floor.
Very nice.
So I
Do
don't
we have time? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. No problem at all.
I was going to ask if we had time for a couple quick donations.
Sure, you know what? Go ahead.
All right, so we got $50.05 from Ron Clee, which says, how about $50.05? Hey, Squega, good luck with the run, and make sure to avoid those pure rooms.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
And we got $25 from Pure Question, which says, sup, nerd?
Hey, fellow nerd. How's it going?
Hi.
Pure Question is one of the 3 devs that worked on this game. I like to consider myself friends with them, but Pure likes to troll the community, so I don't know about that friendship part. So the Pure rooms are interesting because they're a type of shortcut. Shortcuts, I'm going to show you a shortcut right now. They have a certain template, and there's a Pure room where you get a ton of damage. Oh, heck, I'm taking these. You get a ton of damage, but only if you enter it from a certain side. And there's one room, which is called a Pier Room, that he added, where you can get 20% damage up, but only if you enter from the bottom. If you enter from any other position, then you don't get it. So
you get to see that it's there, and you get to know that you can never have that damage.
And if you exit a room without picking up the rewards, you will lose the item. It'll bust. It'll break up, and then you can't take it anymore. So that's always fun. Thank you, Pierre. So let's see. I don't need the health yet. I'm going to save that for. I'm going to pop one of these at least. We haven't done the hacking station as well. Might hit that up. We're buffing up a bit. We're getting a really good build. We're at 140% damage. And I don't have enough money for that yet.
Hopefully we can get an improved weapon soon. This isn't bad, but certainly can do better.
Absolutely. I mean, well, actually, this gun's pretty good. I did give it that blessing, so... that is a plus 20% damage. It'll make the final boss a lot easier. So I have homing on this gun. Oh, no, we don't want that Worldfire antique. Those, it's a really good fireball I just looked at. It'll damage the entire room no matter what you hit. But it's limited. Antique weapons are typically limited in ammo, and I don't want to run out of ammo on a good gun in the middle of the run. So we're going to go with salvage on this power. Salvage gives you extra scrap and health when you exchange one weapon for another. So if I have this weapon, I find a better weapon, and I exchange it, then I get ammo and scrap back and some health. And what do we got here? Oh, that's actually kind of good, but I'm going to stick with the, this good railgun right now. Drill is one of my favorite weapons.
Yeah, but that doesn't have your favorite modifiers on it either.
Not yet. It's a bit of a risk. Also, I just fought what we call Ya Boy Worm, one of the new DLC mini-bosses, and it's gone. So, let me just, knock out this mini-boss by taking damage because I'm smart. I just really want to donate to charity, right? I want to help out. That's really what...
You're getting pretty close to that next threshold.
Absolutely. All right, let's go hack for... Oh, I'm on... I can't afford it. Oh, well. Oh, we get one of my favorite bosses, which is Devour. So, I went over this in practice, and Bronckley and I decided this is canon. The real storyline of Monolith is that I am a dentist, and Monolith is my patient, and Devour has... Oh, sorry, Devour is my patient. Devour has a boo-boo in his tooth. So I'm finding some tonsil stones right now. Just kind of, going through the initial like defenses for the tooth. Now we're in the teeth. We knock it out. Teeth fixed. Don't mind the fact that we just killed it. All done.
Okay.
We're gonna hack once.
That is now canon.
Oh, and I mess up the hack because I'm smart. I don't need the health. Let's just go. Yeah, it's just sometimes I'm bad at the mini games. I'm a professional, I swear. So we're on the 4th floor, and I mentioned in my submission a potential... I'm going to go here. I'm going to get rid of you first, and then... Oh, here, there we go. Now, you got to think with portals to actually be able to fight these rooms sometimes. I mentioned in my submission a surprise, and that could potentially happen here. It's just a preview of one of the secret floors in this game we call Temple, and it's home to a very, very strong gauntlet of bosses. So there's there are several bosses that are added to the game, and there's actually along with 2 super bosses, and you have to fight one really hard boss to get to the first super boss, and then
terrible, by the way.
Yeah, it's been some of these rooms are kind of fun. Oh boy, this room again. There we go. Just want to see what's in this room, man. But yeah, then there are 2 super bosses, which if you want to see a secret ending, Kappa, you have to beat it. And you have to be very careful against those bosses, because you fight all 3 of them in a row. And if you obviously fight all 3 of them in a row, you run out of your gun at some point. Also, that gun was horrible. I want the heart. What do we have here? Treasure chest, better troves. I do kind of like that. I might come back for that. Some of that stuff. Whenever we're just looking around for our mini bosses, we don't have mapping, so it's just kind of like a guessing game at the moment of, okay, where do we have to go? Let's check this direction. Oh, we just got a bunch of goodies. Oh, shucks. Ooh, we get a shield. Ron, could you talk about shields really quick?
Yeah, so shields were added in the DLC. Basically, they allow you to take a hit but not lose health.
Yes, it's a free hit, which is nice. Also, we found another blessing fountain, but we can't use it because once you That's a really good gun. I can't take it, though. Once you use a fountain once on a gun, that gun cannot be blessed again. So we are already blessed, and we can't re-bless. Can't double dip in that.
Quite literally.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Thanks, Ron. All right, found our second mini-boss. That's good. I might opt... What do you got? I'm going to look see if I can find a regular shop. So you typically will find a regular shop in a floor along with a bonus shop. And... yeah, there's a regular shop. So we found the bonus shop. That one shop that required health that I've taken a couple times is a kind of like it's a blood shop in a sense. You sacrifice max health in order to get the item. So we don't want to do that too much here. See, I already grabbed that. Okay, we already got that. Let's go for this. Hey, it's Nightmare. Another DLC boss.
One. It's 3 out of 4, not bad.
I know, kind of nuts. So I should have taken more bombs, because if I don't clear this boss with a 2.5 multiplier, then I can take, obviously I will not get the temple. That could be a problem. But it's not a big deal. I don't have to show it. I would like to. And so in hard mode, Nightmare is 3 phases. And yeah, it's actually a really interesting boss, because you have to dodge a lot of stuff. And it can really creep up on you, these bullets. 3rd phase. Every successive phase does more damage. You do more damage to the boss. So, and there we go. So when you beat a level with 2.5 multiplier hard, you get this little cartridge game, and that is the secret of the entrance to the level. I'm gonna grab absolutely nothing from this. Let's just go. So we're gonna only show off one preview branch of the temple. So I wonder if you could explain the temple a little bit here.
Well, basically what you have in the temple is you've got 4 different branches, and each branch can have a random stuff in it, essentially. The enemies are a lot harder. There's a boss at the end of every one of them. And not to give too much away, but things get harder the more wings that you clear.
Yes, and we do get a choice of wings, just pretty much with the branches. It's pick your poison kind of thing. And all these enemies are exclusive to the temple. Most of them are, at the very least. So we're going to go... No, we're going to go this way. At this point, I'm picking my poison here. So this level was added in the DLC, and as I mentioned before, and everything in here is DLC exclusive, except for like a few things you might recognize.
I'm not sure there's anything in here I recognize.
Oh boy. These are imps. Imps are rude. They do these little explosion thingies that hurt. Oh, I gotta get into... There you are. Imp's gone. Yep. Imps are... Ooh, and a shop. Perfect, perfect. So, we have like a bunch of new enemies and a bunch of new bullet patterns to dodge, like this one. It's kind of a pain in the butt to... There we go. To dodge. We're going to find a shop here. Now, there's, I went in here knowing that I'm very likely going to lose this gun because ammo is hard to come by at times. So we're going to check the shop as kind of a failsafe here. We're not going to get it, but that's fine because we have another gun to check out. So I'm going to go fight this mini-boss with this gun, wipe it out. And so every mini-boss you beat drops a cartridge. And this cartridge is dependent on your multiplier as well. So above 2.5 multiplier, you do get a very good benefit from it. Almost dead. There we go. This one I think is half. Is it half ammo? Yeah, ammo use is half, which is really nice to have. So
that's a really nice one to get.
All right, so this boss we're going to fight is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, especially without homing, which is okay. We're going to meet the Warden. He shows up and he's like, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck are you doing here? He has this dialogue. That's actually a little Easter egg. He has this nice dialogue you can cycle through, but we just tell him, hey, you're going way too slow, and we just pop him in the face here. So we're going to wait for him to show up. He's like, yeah, let's end this now.
Not here to listen to you talk.
So we're going to only fight one phase. This phase has up to like 5 phases, I believe, 4 to 5 phases. He's one of the harder bosses, in my opinion, in the game. Very hard to dodge. So, and he has that staff sword combo, which is pretty cool, actually. Almost killed him, though. We almost got him.
some really cool patterns on this fight.
It is one, and you know, if you get to the final phase of a fully charged Warden fight, you will get a very unique like scenario. He does a very unique attack. All right, he's going to give us a weapon that you haven't seen yet, which is a sword. Swords exist in this game. I'm going to take it and show it to you guys. I have swords disabled for me, so I'm typically bad at these, but swords are fun. Think of it like Zelda, where you do a lot of damage if you swipe, but if you can also do a ranged attack. This sword does not have a ranged attack. Well, it has a different kind of ranged attack, but like in Zelda, the ranged attack is kind of like like the sword lunges, or not lunges, shoots at the nearest enemy, and it does a weakened amount of damage. So I'm not a big fan of those, only because I'm bad at it. You have to kind of get in their face, but I really wanted to show this weapon type off. You get
this one's kind of special because the staff fire is on its own.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. It's a little weakened. I got to preview this game before the DLC got released, and this gun was so overpowered that I beat every single boss easily with the gun. So I actually got nerfed a little bit, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Thanks for getting the weapon nerfs, Squega.
Thanks. You're welcome. Let's see what's in the shop here. I am gonna look for a. You know, I'm gonna go in vault right now. A gun. I want something. Disrupting triple phasing is actually pretty good. I'm gonna go with that. The spear triple disrupting phasing. So as I mentioned before, phasing will go through walls. And the spear...
Disrupting is good because of the boss you have coming up here.
Yes, so we have the Overlord on this spot, or this particular floor. Overlord is considered the first like major boss that new players will encounter. You know, in the beginning of the game, when you first start out, you can only get to the 5th floor. There are 2 more floors in this game, but you start out only be able to get to the 5th one. And Forgotten Places. I'm gonna stick with this blessing for now. And then they encounter Overlord. Like, all the bosses are, they think, okay, I've dealt with it. And then they go to Overlord, and it's a huge step up in difficulty. And we're going to see that coming up soon, Tier 2.
Big wall for new players. It's not unheard of for people to get stuck on that boss, and some will give up, some will try, like, double-digit number of times to get through it. It's much different than the rest of the game.
And then you find out it's one of the easier bosses that they're in the game, pre and post DLC. I'm looking for the weapon.
The nice thing about the boss is that once you've figured out its pattern, it does become easy.
Yeah, the big key
when
about
you first see it, it's not.
Exactly, and the big key about the Overlord is that it does the same attacks in the same order. So you think, oh man, and we're kind of hyping up the fight, and it is definitely worthy of the hype, in my opinion. But once you see it, you'll kind of notice that it does the same attacks in the same exact order, in the same fashion, in fact. So it gets a lot easier to be able to. It gets a lot easier to be able to fight it in subsequent tries. So it's not too bad. Okay, triple. I will. This is actually a tough one. I'll keep this one, actually. I'll keep this weapon. So, with that in mind, we're going to go and finish off the last of our mini bosses. So, I'm gonna take the Forgotten Places, because we have a chance to find a super secret room now in this run. So, just like we have a secret room, we have a super secret room. Those have the criteria for them is let's go fight our mini bosses. Is secret rooms have to be surrounded by 3 or more rooms, and each room, each shared wall has to be only 1 tile thick. So it's easy to find in general, but it can be a bit of an RNG fest trying to find them.
Once you've seen enough of them, it's pretty easy to guess. A lot of players will just come as soon as they get right down to the next floor. As long as not every room is covered by a door, they'll bomb immediately in hopes of getting it.
Exactly. So I was hoping to find another easy pick for a super secret room, but we're not gonna be able to do that. So I'm gonna grab this 50%er. This might be a bit of a slow boss fight, unfortunately. This gun is not the most ideal, but it is something. So we're pretty good. So let's face the Overlord. So the big, the bad, the ultimate that you think in the beginning is the Overlord. And it's a 3-phase fight. We're on phase 1 right now, of course. I'm going to be focusing on this. So Ronkley, if you want to talk about anything with the Overlord, please go ahead.
Yeah, basically you just get hit with a wall of bullets at first, but as you can see, he's able to navigate them because he knows the attacks fairly well. This is going to go through a couple of phases of the fight because he doesn't quite have the damage that he'd want at this point. So, you get to see a good portion of the fight. This upcoming attack is my least favorite. This one here.
Oh yeah, no, we got to do some time. After banging my head against the wall, that's what I call it. Banging my head against the wall a lot against this boss. We're gonna be I kind of learned the pattern. So you do that after a bit of time. Kind of know where to go, what position to get into. And so every successive phase of the Overlord has less health. So we're doing a lot of damage here. And then you might notice a little crown on top of the Overlord, like some weird red crown. That's an indication that my weapon type, one of my keywords, does extra damage against the Overlord. In this case, it does. I have Disrupting, which is extra damage against machines. Overlord is a machine. Easy peasy, down it goes.
That's 35% extra damage.
All right, and plus another 5%. So you can't go anywhere but down or end the run. We're not going to end the run right now. We're down to the 6th floor. I need to focus a little bit on this run.
Yeah, because he's 14 out of 20, not exactly the best place that he wants to be, but he'll have options to get some health here, so it shouldn't be too bad as long as the rooms don't troll him.
Yeah, we're going to be looking for a weapon canister on this floor for sure. At this point, it is a done deal to beat the run. Oh, geez, you know what? As we take hits, because, smart.
Yeah, that's not the direction we want the health to go.
Absolutely not. Okay, red bullets, remember, are bad. That is double damage. Luckily, we have a cartridge that will only make it do a single-digit damage, so we can't take double damage at all, which is nice.
Feeling when 1 and 2 are both single digits.
Yep. Oh, geez, and I take 2 hits there. I'm going to take the health, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we're gonna wind up with probably be on the pea shooter in a minute, which is okay. It's actually not bad.
To be fair, the twins are that's the worst mini boss up to this point in the game.
Yeah, it is kind of rough. Really rough to fight the twins here. So we're gonna fight. So you notice this was a mini boss on the previous floor, and we have a modifier on this mini boss to where it has a shield. If I hit the shield, the bullet will come out and attack me. So, oops.
The homing bullet. You might recognize it from the temple because a lot of the enemies use that bullet as a normal attack in the temple. And this guy can take his CDs back to AOL. We don't need him.
Yeah, we don't like those CDs. The heck with your CDs. Oh wait, yeah. See now, if you notice, the pea shooter is a rough. The base gun that we call it the pea shooter is a very rough weapon to get stuck on because it winds up being a lot slower. So I'm going to probably go into a little bit of focus mode. So we can take over a little bit, Ron, here. I just want to make sure that I do these rooms decently enough here.
Yeah, just main thing that we're looking for now is some more health and a weapon as well. We should get a weapon canister at some point, right?
I had the bomb, though. Yeah, this room, if I had any other weapon, this would have been a much easier run. Or a much easier room, but... yeah, we're going to look for a weapon canister. That's what our main goal is. We found all of our mini-bosses, I believe. No, we found 2. So we're going to be looking around for the 3rd mini-boss as well as... no, we already fought one. So we found all 3 of them. So I just need a weapon at this point, and we can go into the Monolith fight, which is going to be awfully fun.
Possibly also check for that secret room that's probably straddled on one of the sides of that mini-boss.
Oops, I got sandwiched there. That's not good. Sandwiches are bad in this game. You don't want to get sandwiched because it hurts. We're also not getting a lot of good RNG, which is unfortunate as well, but we're managing. We're definitely managing.
Yeah, this is what I'd call a suffer finish.
Yeah, just kind of
suffering through the end. Oh, a pain engine, too. It's great. At least he went down quick.
Yeah, at least it was fast enough. I hide behind this guy. So yeah, this, forget the name of that particular enemy, but all it does at this point, it just says, hey, I'm going to shoot a lot of bullets if you kill me. So it winds up being a pain. So this is actually why, one of the things about the... okay, we found the boss. So it's one of the things about the run that added my estimate is that if you run out of your good gun, it's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a pain. A blessed fireball. I'll take it for now.
Yeah, gotta take something.
Better than nothing, right? Actually, this gun's doing a fair amount of damage. This could help.
Yeah, this already seems a lot better than the spear that you had.
Yeah, the fireballs are not the best weapon in the game. They're kind of considered mediocre in general, except for a few combinations. But they're actually pretty good. Way better than the pea shooter. As you can tell, I just did 2 shots and went down. With the pea shooter, I'd be sitting there just pew-pewing it for like ever. All right.
Yeah, it seems like this is. I feel a little better now. A little worried for a while.
I feel way better, yeah. And I hope I get a good weapon out of
this.
It's a drill. I think I'll take the drill.
Yeah, drills are nice because it sips the ammo really slowly.
We're going to fight the one boss I memorized the name of, which is Idol. All right, so there
nice.
goes. Oh, we got the secret out of this too. And there's the vault key. Let's go to the vault. So the vaults are those locked doors. Oops, I almost ran into that as well. So this is already way better. Vaults are locked doors, and you have to find the golden key somewhere to that door. It could be a reward, a standard reward on the floor, or it could be a let's see, what was this again? Medical supplies. You know what? Let's go for it. Or it could be in the weapon canister, or it could be in the secret room. So let's go. Our final boss is a very tough boss, way harder than the Overlord. If you thought Overlord was tough, get ready. If you can explain it, Ron, I will focus.
So basically, this is also a 3-phase fight, but it's much longer. You'll see the UI will change pretty dramatically in a moment, and yeah, the fight speaks for itself.
It is the hard mode true story boss. All the attacks are random, by the way. There's no tell. Like, you could tell some things, but all these attacks are happening in a random order.
Yeah, it's not like Monolith, not Monolith, Overlord, where you get the same attacks in the same order every time. This has a pool of attacks, and it selects one. And you notice, like, it'll be like weapons that you can get in the game, kind of, except done in very annoying patterns. Very hard to dodge some of these too.
I guess, luckily we had an okay pattern, except for the end. But a lot of newer players, myself included when I first played the game, hit a huge wall of this boss. It took me like 20 hours to beat this boss once, my first time.
Cool.
Okay, and this is Phase 2, by the way. Phase 2 gives me upgraded versions of most of the Phase 1 attacks, including some new ones. I don't actually care if I take too many hits here. We're doing this for charity, okay? For charity, guys.
You don't want to take too many hits. You want to live.
Oh, wait, we can live. Living is relative, right? Are we truly alive?
We are. As long as our health is above 0.
Yeah, we should be good. We're almost down to the last phase here. Last phase is going to be a bit of a rest phase in a sense. It's going to do the same 3 attacks in the same order, and it looks intimidating until you realize that, hey, I can dodge these because they're in the same interval and same pacing.
And phase 3 is also divided into 2 parts. When you get low enough, he'll start doing a different attack. And then he does that attack faster and faster and faster until you beat him.
Exactly.
And it's a really neat attack.
The last phase is very interesting.
Pea shooter.
There we go. Yeah, actually, I prefer the pea shooter in this phase. It's not too bad. And he just kind of does these same few attacks over and over and over. Okay, final phase. Screen's going to get full of bullets. Time will be coming up when I go to the next room. And he's got to dodge the bullets and not get hit. It could be, this is the part that kills a lot of new players, including myself, so. I mean, not now, obviously. I've played this, I've hit my head against the wall on this boss so many times. Almost there, though.
Looking good.
And there we go. Down goes Monolith.
GG.
Bye, buddy. So time is coming up in the next room. And time.
Awesome.
So, yeah, that was Monolith for you, and I showed kind of a preview of a lot of stuff in the game, a lot of new DLC stuff. We got to see a lot of DLC bosses. We're going to skip this ending screen. We're going to kind of like a conclusion screen of sorts. So we're going to see, like, here come the credits. Okay, yeah, whatever. We're going to speed run. Who needs story? We're going to see how many hits I took here. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we're rounding that up. 34 hits. Because
oh my goodness,
I don't mind it. I set money aside for this. 34 hits rounded up. We're going to be putting 400 toward this pool here. So
for those watching, in his warm up run earlier today, he took 5 hits.
I like to say it's a mixture of nerves, and I kind of decided to be a little fast and loose in this run.
And the run was kind of the RNG was kind of garbage. You did a good job handling and managing the RNG really well. You had a lot of health at the end.
Yeah, that's what's appreciated too. Yeah, that was like an average run. That's kind of a run that's kind of meh at the end. But that was Monolith, Relics of the Past, and this game right now I believe is $7 for the base game, $7 for the DLC. It's worth every penny. I've put hundreds of hours in this game. There's a lot to do in the game. There are speed runs you can do. There are score runs you can do as well. As you saw, there was a score at the final screen. You can do boss practice. You can do all sorts of things. We also have a racing league, Monorail Racing, and you can find us on Twitter at Monorail Racing, and also you can go to the community Discord server at discord.gg/monolith, and you can talk to the devs directly. We have Monorail Discord channels for upcoming races. Ron and myself are also on the staff for Monorail Racing, and we're going to be planning a tournament pretty soon too. The
first tournament was hype. There was a lot of cool stuff happening in that first tournament.
Absolutely, and that we have we're open to all skill levels, so we're going to be announcing that pretty soon too. So yeah, thank you so much, Ron, for being my co-commentator, and thank you, Calithon, for having me. I really do appreciate it. You guys take care, stay safe out there. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. I'll see you guys.
Everyone
later.
have a great day. Take care.
So much. That run was insane. Oh my goodness. I can barely come to grips with what I just watched. So we did get quite a few donations during that run. I will get to those in a second, but I do want to mention really, really quickly, we have an incentive coming up. Actually, a couple. Ring Fit Adventure Runner Cam. We're just over $50 away from meeting that. Now, Squega, I know you mentioned during the run that you were going to be donating $10 per hit. You got hit 34 times. I challenged anyone in chat. If you can donate, even $1 or even 10 cents per hit, that makes a difference. If you put it towards Ring Fit Adventure, we can get that met real quick.
BRB, gonna make a donation soon.
All right, sounds good.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. So with the donations that we've got during the run, we have $4.20 from Bash Prime, which says, you thought it was the usual 420 joke, but it was me, Dio. No, I'm kidding. But it was actually a $1.05, a $1.05, a $1.05, and a $1.05. So we've also got $2.05 from Anonymous, which says a $1.05 plus a $1 for good measure. Good luck, Squega. This run looks insane. We got $20 from Aggro Crag. No comment, no problem. Thank you very much. We've got $50 from Bear, which says Bear. Thank you very much for your donation as well. And $20 from Lilac Oligarchy, which says, as promised, $20 for Temple of Time. Temple Time. Trespasser was too shy this time.